the 33-year-old Russian Ramazan Emeев. Zavada, the taller man by a couple inches. Ramazan Emeев, though, will have the 1-inch reach advantage over the German David Zavada. All right, now for the particulars, back inside to Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding professional record, 19 wins, 4 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 171 pounds. Fighting out of Makhachkala, Russia, Ramazan Emeyev. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 17 wins, 5 losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Dusseldorf, Germany, David Zawada. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Jason Herzog.
First assignment of the night for the fleet of foot, Jason Herzog. The beautiful Camila Oliveira is in the building here at the Etihad Arena, where we have fans behind us.
It's so crazy hearing them cheer.
David Zavada, plus 220 on the underdog side tonight. Ramazan Emeyev is the minus 270 favorite. Emeyev is in white. David Zavada is in black. Here we go.
And if you're Zavada in your training, knowing that you may get taken down, you want to take the center. You want to have Emeyev fighting and wrestling off of his back foot opposed to chasing you down. So very good start there by Zavada, trying to get in his face and get close.
See, I mean, there are two. Oh, that was a good right hand from Emeyev immediately. Now Zavada's in a position where Emeyev can shoot him into the fence, which is going to be much more preferable.
Look at Emeyev, how much he's leaning off to the right.
Yeah.
He is trying to load up that right hand, and it just landed on Zavada.
Already a mouse under that right eye of David Zavada, who said he was expectant that Emeyev was going to try to wrestle and clinch tonight.
Emeyev is leaning so much off to the right, so that when Zavada comes in, he can try to throw this overhand right.
It was a good low kick by Zavada there. Useful to invest in that lead leg early, maybe slow down some of those level changes. DC, talk to me about that, because I often think the calf kick must be a real nightmare for wrestlers as well as strikers.
Ooh. Yeah, it's very difficult, you know, but then you start to see guys try to reach and catch the leg. That's why you see head kicks landing.
That's when you get the whacking bucklies.
Yep, you take a couple of those low leg kicks and you start wanting to reach and grab it to try to get a takedown.
And the confidence of the wrestling game of Emeyev allows him to move forward with aggression like that. Whereas
absolutely.
You can see Zavada's kind of waiting because he doesn't want to overcommit and find himself defending his hips.
And that's the thing, right? When you see a guy coming at you, you want to stand your ground. But look at what Emeyev did. The moment he stood his ground and said, I'm not backing up, I'm not going to retreat, Emeyev takes him down, and now he's got his back. Oh,
great job by Zavada.
Yeah.
He had to get upright.
John, look at him attack the hands to break the lock of Emeyev. Great job by Zavada.
That was good defense, but you still kind of feel like Emeyev likes his body lock position.
I don't know what Zavada landed that has now made Emeyev start wrestling. Before he seemed comfortable standing. Now every time they get close, he tries to take Zavada down.
Nice job by Zavada to raise that knee to the target as we hit the midpoint of round 1.
Zavada's doing a really good job of controlling the underhook. Now he's going to be in trouble with Emeyev. You got to watch him. He's starting to play with his legs, start trying to hook his legs, trip him to knock him to the mat.
Zavada is a very, very patient fighter as well. He will wait for his opportunities, but you can't wait too long because when you're being controlled like this, the rounds can slip away from you.
He's got to go back and try to find an underhook. He needs to use his left hand to shield the face of Emeyev. There it is. He's got the underhook on that left side. He's got to continue to circle in that direction.
You see the strength of Ramazan Emeyev.
Oh, that was
good timing on that.
Huge mistake there by Zavada, trying to throw that knee from in the clinch. All Emmeev did was take his hand right in the middle and then just twist and turn to put Zavada down to his back. And now he's got him in full guard.
So let's see what Zavada does here, because he's opted to keep that butterfly hook in, which would suggest he's going to try and use it to elevate and create some space. Yeah, there we go. I mean, if he tries to clear that leg and get guard back, then we're going to see his armbar and triangle attack. Kimura.
I think it's hidden back there a little bit as he's trying to Kimura Emmeev.
Certainly create a scramble out of this. That sounded like a cup shot.
When you're in tight on the Kimura like that and the guy's sitting on his arm, it takes so much power to try to elevate him. You got to really...
Oh! Huge shots from Ramazan Emmeev. Under a minute to go in the round.
That was a good uppercut as Zavada was getting back to his feet. Oh, and a reverse elbow. He tried the Yaya Rodriguez.
It looks like Zavada's hurt.
Emmeev has been pretty effective landing, backing up as well tonight.
He throws everything so hard, John. He's trying to knock Zavada out when Zavada comes into range.
Well, he has been efficient as well, landing 69% of his attempts unofficially through 4.5 minutes. And he adds to that total there.
That was a strong jab right down the pipe. You can see the hesitation now as Zavada.
Yep.
That's a good low kick.
Disguised it with the jab. Competitive first round. Round two coming up.
Watch your head when you're coming in, okay?
Yeah, let's go. Off, please. Okay, relax now.
Hey, can you speak Arabic? Yeah, okay?
Take a breath. Put the ice in the neck. Okay, listen carefully now. Listen carefully. Breathe. You're doing a lot of damage on the left leg. That's why he cannot stand in the punch anymore. So when you move, just make a reaction with your hand and then kick hard on the legs.
Okay.
That's the only, at this moment, that's the only advice.
Okay.
Further on, keep your left hand up because he will throw the right. Okay? And when you step out of the clinch, he always throw the right.
Okay, guys, please. No, come shoot.
UFC Fight Night is presented by the U.S. Army. Dan, we got a chance to listen into that corner of David Zavada. It appears as though they think they picked up on some tendencies, perhaps.
Absolutely, and they're also very happy with the investment of those low kicks. Look at the effect.
So smart, yep.
Now we can see they were icing it in the corner. We can see some swelling right below the knee.
You saw it at the end of the first round. You saw him land two nasty low leg kicks.
Yeah.
And not just touching leg kicks. He threw his whole body, whipped the hip into that leg kick. And now you see Emmeev change levels and get another takedown.
Was a good level change, but we also remember how quickly Zavada was able to get up and strip the grip from his waist as well.
Well, as he's got the butterfly guard now, he's got to lift the hips of Emmeev, start to elevate to create position and space to start to scramble back to his feet. But now he accepts full guard. This is not what you want to do when you got a strong wrestler on top of you.
You remember thinking back to his last fight against Abu Bakar Nurmagomedov, set up a beautiful armbar attack that switched it into a triangle. There are definitely threats from the back here from Zavada, but he did make it clear to us in the fighter interviews that this is really not what he wants. He wants to win by strikes.
Right.
I mean, Sagat, the nickname is synonymous with Muay Thai.
Yep. The guy from Street Fighter.
There you go. Was a real fighter.
Yep. Hey, see, that's history, but that's a part of the history I didn't know. I didn't know it was a real guy.
You know,
but I knew he got
history.
from the video game.
Zavada nearly landed that up kick, but was unable to land.
Patient work here from both of these guys, just trying to find their way in, not overexpose each other, but Emmeev using that wrestling to control. And an average of 8 takedown attempts per fight as well for Ramazan Emeev, if you look at the stats. 25% success rate, but the intention's always there.
And he's 3 of 4 tonight, Dan, 75% clip. He is undefeated in the UFC when he lands 2 or more takedowns, so that bears watching. But again, Zavada with authority to that lower half.
John, he does not seem to be picking up on these leg kicks. Emeev, he has not checked one of them, and it doesn't look like he's going to be checking them. So if you're Zavada, you start to pop a jab out there, get his hands up, draw a reaction, and start digging more kicks into the leg, or finishing combinations like that with leg kicks.
I don't check leg kicks.
You don't check them, John? You're too tough.
You know,
John's too tough.
Sometimes when it comes to leg kicks, you don't understand and respect leg kicks until you've had a rough fight where you've taken a few. And
that's too late.
Exactly. That's where you learn those lessons.
I mean, wow, 10 of 11 leg kicks. You know, at some point you got to check them.
And they're impactful kicks as well. That was a good takedown defense and strikes off the break. Maybe a groin shot.
That was smart there by Zavada. Zavada entered as he had on so many times, but right as he came in the range, he stopped and prepared himself for the takedown attempt.
Beautiful counter right there from Ramazan Emeev as we come up on the 2-minute mark here in round 2.
That's the kind of low kick that gives you a headache.
Absolutely.
And if you just pay attention to the lead leg of Emeev as he's planting it, you can start to see he's a little bit more timid now.
Yep, and he's not exploding as much into the takedowns. That's why Zavada's been able to defend him so well. And if you're Zavada and there's a minute and a half left in this fight, you start to pick the pace up. Because if you saw in Emev's last fight, he started to tire a little bit as they got into the 3rd round. So you really start to put the pressure on him, force him to take more attempts, force him to use that wrestling and not be successful, and then hope that in the 3rd round you can really start to take control of the fight.
Oh, they were nice shots from Emeev. Right hand, left hook.
Nice job mixing up the tempo on the feet as he lands a crushing right hand there.
Another one. I mean, he is not checking these kicks. Now, if you're Zavada, you throw a left hook behind the jab and then follow with another leg kick.
We can even see the swelling on the front of the shin now from Ramazan Emeev. The profile of the front of his leg is changing.
And because Emeev has not been able to secure multiple takedowns in this round, the round is much closer than round number 1.
Zavada wise to that shot. Nicely done to stay upright.
Strikes on the break as well. Uppercuts to the midsection. Left hook, right uppercut. Oh, good beautiful timing on that.
Oh, wow, look at the takedown defense there by Zavada. Emeev had him beat completely. He was all the way in on the hips. Zavada was able to get enough pressure going down over the top of him to force Emeev to come up to the underhooks.
Great athlete. Great fight through 10 minutes. Round 3 coming up next.
Nice full coach.
Hey,
Don't run away from him. Don't back up.
Just stay in. Take a breath, take a breath. Let the cutman do his work. That's more important now. Come on, give him some ice in the back. Where's the bottle? Just relax, David. Feel more comfortable. Don't go in this way. You do it well by throwing hard low kicks, but after your low kick, step out of his reach. Because you want to punch immediately after your kick. You make a lot of damage on the leg, but keep going that. Just pressure, bam, on the low kick. Yeah? You're doing well, you're doing well. Just do your thing.
Guys, last one.
Yes?
You press.
All right, take a listen to this right after the horn. That was the shot, Dan Hardy, that appeared to cut him wide open.
I was wondering which shot it was. I thought there may have been a clash of heads, but yeah, a right hook as they broke.
And of course, there was some damage that had been sustained prior, but
That was nice. I mean, what a fantastic takedown by Emmeeve.
We got DC punch in the air.
Oh, man. He shot in for a double leg, then rotated and moved his legs out to the opposite side of his head to trip him. What a fantastic position and takedown by Ramazan Emmeeve.
Zavada with an active guard here as usual.
Trying to create some space, looking for that triangle attack again. Oh, he's got it over the... Emmeeve so savvy in his submission defense.
Oh! Nice right hand there by Emmeeve. And if you're on your back, that blood starts to drip into the eye, right? Even though it seems to be on the brow, and it should go out off towards the mat, the moment you turn back in right here, the blood starts to go into the eye of Zavada. He's got the underhook, so he's got to start to post up on his right arm to try to get back to his knees. Now he's got to watch for the Darce choke attempt there by Emmeeve.
Got to watch his neck here. That was a good drive to the fence. Is he going to take this single leg?
He can take this single, even though Emmeeve's holding on to his neck, as long as he takes him back towards his left. He just cannot fall into the guard of Emmeeve while he's holding on to this choke.
And this, I suppose, is where the blood does play in, because he can slide out.
Yeah, he's fine now,
easier.
right? He took him off to the side that he needed to be. Now his body's off to the left, his head's across the body, and he still should be okay.
Good work by Zavada to turn this round.
Yeah, it was very important. Very important for him to go and get that takedown after giving up one early in the round.
He is supremely conditioned and, again, taking advantage in a lot of respects of a lot of time off between fights. We have seen a definite evolution in David Zavada tonight.
And, you know, a lot of guys, John, in the midst of this pandemic have gotten better in all areas of mixed martial arts. And David Zavada says that he essentially lives in the gym. He's a coach, loves coaching, loves to try to pass on the knowledge that he's gotten over the course of his career to the youth. And he said every time he teaches something, it's just another rep that he gets to get better.
And also having his brother as well as a very skilled martial artist is going to surely be beneficial to him, because
he's mounted him.
In lockdown, he's at least got someone there that he can work with, that he trusts.
Right, his brother Martin actually has a title fight later this month. His last win, Martin came against Thiago Silva.
Tough individual.
I mean, John, if you're David Zavada, this could not be going any better to end the fight. And if you're Ramazan Emmeeve, you can't give it back.
Good scramble.
Yes, beautiful job by Ramazan Emmeeve. You can't give it back. You can't allow him to just break into you from the mount and end up in a dominant position.
Well, we've got a minute 45. This is far from over.
And this fight's on the table.
Leg kicks incoming. Oh, you see how he feinted the low kick then and got a reaction.
Beautiful sequence there for David Zavada. Both fighters seemingly with plenty left in the tank here. Under 90 seconds to go.
Oh, nice left hook there by
Emmeeve. That
Emmeeve.
hurt him. It looks like it staggered Zavada for a moment.
Back to the center of the octagon here. And this welterweight division is loaded with talented guys like this on the outside of the top 15 looking in. But a huge final minute here in terms of the career trajectory for both of these men.
That's the second time that we've seen Ramazan Emmeeve posture for that reverse elbow that we saw from Yair Rodriguez against the Zombie. Drops his lead shoulder and brings his rear elbow over the top of his head. It's a very tricky technique to land, but if you're constantly level changing, there's an opportunity to land it.
Every time they come in tight there, Zavada tries to throw that knee, and that knee has gotten them taken down twice when they're in the overhook underhook. He's got to abandon that as we get to the end of this round.
This is a hard fight to score as well.
Another one. I mean, we had 2 fights in a row that have been very difficult to fight. It all comes down to how you scored round 2. Actually, both of these last 2 rounds are close.
Connection for Ramazan Emmeeve, who goes the distance with David Zavada tonight. Outstanding fight on paper, played out that way as well. We will get you the scorecards after this as the Fight Night prelims continue live. This Wednesday, don't miss another stellar UFC Fight Night from Fight Island. Top 10 welterweight matchup as Michael Chiesa takes on Neil Magny in a daytime showdown. The entire event live on ESPN and ESPN Plus. Main card begins at noon Eastern Standard Time. All right, some numbers on this one. Total strikes advantage, Ramazan Emeев, who, by the way, landed at a 59% clip unofficially. Significant strikes, also an edge to the Russian. Takedowns, 4 for 9 for Emeев. That is a new personal best. And he also had north of 3 minutes of ground control time. But David Zavada certainly got a lot done in this fight as well. But there are only 3 scorecards in the world that matter. And they don't belong to Daniels, Hardy, and Cormier. So we shall see how the judges have seen this one.
Thank goodness for that.
All right, it looks like Bruce Buffer is in. Let's get to the scorecards and the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. Mike Bell scores the contest, 29-28, Zawada. Ben Cartlidge scores the contest, 29-28, Emmeyev. And David Lethaby scores the contest, 29-28, for the winner by split decision, Рамазан Emmeyev.